Welcome back to RGR Football. My name's Ryan. This is me going rogue on the Kansas City Chiefs and the NFL. And today, it's been a while, but we have to talk about a rumor. And there are rumors out there that have some weight and there are those that don't. Apparently, this one does. So this is the idea. With the release from the New York Jets, Le'Veon Bell is out there on the market. And despite having invested a very high draft pick in Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the Chiefs may be looking for a little bit of spark. I personally think it comes at a balance point. Can Le'Veon Bell prove that he is a team first guy that can fit into the locker room of a champion, that can be all the things that he has demonstrated he hasn't been in the past, and bring his athletic talents? That's what this video is going to be about, because we have to look at his athletic talents. Not everything has been as smooth as we would hope for. So when we do take a look at Lev Bell, it's about balance. Can he do that? And does he bring enough talent to offset? Does the time in New York put any kind of negative spin on what he's able to do on the field? And quite frankly, he hasn't played a whole lot in 2020. And so there's really only 2 game films that we can even take a look at. When we do, we find that things are a little bit different than they may have seemed. They're not quite as explosive as he used to be, but he's still a viable back. He can still run between the tackles. And especially in the Chiefs' zone scheme, he's a guy that's been there, done that, and has the ability still to exploit a defense. Is he as explosive as he was in years past, particularly in what may be in a lot of Chiefs Kingdom's minds in the years where he was in Pittsburgh, pausing behind the line of scrimmage and then exploding out of it when the blocking had developed? Patience has always been something that has been attributed to his running style, and certainly that's something that can pay off in Kansas City as well. But we just don't know if it's to that point. And what I see on film shows me that he's still able to run. He's still able to run routes out of different formations. Not that the Jets used him effectively, but he can be split out. He can run out of the H. He can certainly catch out of the backfield. It just looks to me like it's not quite as explosive as it used to be. Age does that to everyone, but it gives them another viable back. And as much as I like Darrell Williams and what he does, he hasn't been able to get going quite as much this year. Le'Veon Bell is a tier well above that and should be somebody that is considered a starting level back still in this league based on the film. If you have 2 of those guys on this Chiefs roster, that makes them a lot more formidable in the run game, which is something that will help Patrick Mahomes, something that will help the offensive line, something that will bring the offense a little bit more balance. You've heard me talk about balance in the past in terms of run versus pass. They got a long way away from that last week, and that is something that they're going to have to continue to work on. I hope that they do. Whether that means they bring in Bell or not remains to be seen. That's not necessarily what's going to happen, but as the rumor mill continues to churn, there are some reputable sources that are saying the Chiefs are among teams that have spoken with him and are continuing to speak with him, and that he would consider signing with. There are a lot of personal reasons, and I will say this. It is within the realm of possibility that Le'Veon Bell does become a Chief. Again, it is about the risk of the fit versus the reward on the field. But one thing that may kind of help that along is that there is a standing relationship that Bell has with Chris Jones. We've seen them on social media. We saw this whole thing up to the Jones contract where there was some things being used in terms of Le'Veon's past to help with leverage for Chris Jones. So clearly they're close enough that there is a medium there to help them come together. And if that's the case, and if Le'Veon truly is looking for a championship, then this has certainly got to be at the head of the list for him to look to try to join the Kansas City Chiefs. It's got to be very cheap. It's got to be very consistent. There's going to be a huge offset payment, I believe, plus $6 million from the New York Jets. So that's not a huge concern. So the table is set for them to actually get this done and eat. I don't know if it'll happen, but if it does, we'll be back with analysis, and I hope that you guys enjoy this. Last minute draft show. Everybody seems to like these draft videos, so I hope that you guys do. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, sub, and hit the bell notification so you can get more. That's it for today. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching this video from the team at RGR Football. Click these videos to see more. and subscribe to RGR Football.